Hello, third graders. This is Mrs. Peterson, and today we are going to continue practicing finding the perimeter of polygons. And now today, this lesson that we are doing today is an optional activity, but I just want to show you some fun resources and games that we have at the end of this lesson. So let's review. This week, we have been talking about perimeter of polygons. And just to review, perimeter is the total distance around the outside of a polygon. So to find the perimeter, we would add up all of the side lengths of whatever polygon or shape that we are working with. So for example, I have a rectangle on the screen, and I can see that one of the sides is 7, one of the sides is 3, and then I know about a rectangle is that two sides have the same length, two sets of same length sides. So I see another 7 and I see another 3. So if I was going to find the perimeter of this rectangle, I would add 7 plus 3 plus 7 plus 3. And I like how these numbers work together because right here, 7 plus 3 is 10. Another 7 plus 3 is 10, and 10 plus 10 is 20. So the perimeter, or the distance around that rectangle, would be 20. Let's try a couple more practices. On here, there is a variety of shapes on here. And the first one in red is the very long, skinny rectangle. And I can see that one of the sides is 1, one of the sides is 12, one of the sides is 1, and the other side is 12. So if I add that together, over here I have 12 plus 1 plus 12 plus 1, and 13 plus 13 would equal 26. For the next one, this yellow rectangle over here, we have one side of 6 plus one side of 2 plus one side of 6 and one side of 2. So here I have 8 plus 8 would give me 16. All right, let's look at the green one up at the top. Here's another rectangle. So again, we're going to see multiple sides with the same length. So writing those all down, 4 plus 3 plus 4 plus 3, I get 7 plus 7, which is 14. All right, now let's look at a triangle. We knew from last week that triangles are polygons that have 3 sides. And so I'm going to add up all 3 of these sides just like I would with any other figure. And I have 5 plus 3, which is 8, and 8 plus 4, which is 12. All right, our very last polygon that we have here is kind of an odd-shaped polygon. This one is very unique. You do the same thing as you did with all of the other polygons we have on here. We just add up all of our side lengths. So even though it's not a nice, even, regular shape, we still just add up the side length. So if I go over here, I have 4 plus 6, which is 10. 2 plus 3 is 5. So I'm thinking in my head 10 and 5. Now I have 15. Plus 2 more is 17. And 17 plus this final 3 is 20. So the perimeter of that pink shape would be 20. Nice work, third graders. Awesome. Now, let me show you the fun and games we have for you today. We have 4 different games that you could play to practice perimeter in a fun way. So I'm just going to show you each one of the games and what each one of these will do. The first one is called Perimeter Climber. And what it wants you to do is it asks you for a question up here. Which color shape has the perimeter of 12 units? So you would have to look around and decide which one is 12. I'm going to choose the blue one. And I got it right, and my little guy just kept climbing right up the ladder. The goal is to try to reach him up here to the coin. Okay, so that was our first game in this green box. Now I'm going to go to the orange box, and this is finding perimeter of a regular polygon. And when you get to this website called Splash and Learn, you're going to need to scroll down just a little bit. The first game up here is area. That is not a lesson that we practiced this week. So here is the perimeter games are just a little bit below it. And there's 3 different perimeter games you can play. The first one is just finding the perimeter of a regular figure, which is what we just practiced. The next one is finding the perimeter with a missing side length. So they might give you 4 sides of a pentagon, and you have to decide the 5th side. And then this is a perimeter of a non-regular figure. Now, I want to just tell you that one thing about this website is that you might be in the middle of a game and a box might pop up and ask you to register or sign up. Boys and girls, if that happens, just close out the tab and you can come back in if you want to finish the game, but we do not need you to sign up for anything or register for the Splash Learn account. So you should be able to play these games for free, and if it asks you to sign up or to log in, just close out and you can try to go back in again. After you've played for a few minutes, they want to try and have you keep coming back, and we don't need you to make an account for that. In this kind of bright green box, there's another perimeter game. I really like this one because this offers a little bit of a lesson to go along with the game. So it might ask you, oops, we need your Flash plugin. Go ahead and click here and then just click allow and you are able to play the game. Before you play the game on this website, it is going to walk you through a quick lesson. It might talk about perimeter and area, and that's okay. But when you are ready, you just click play, and it will tell you, oh, lesson 1 is all about perimeter. We have an exercise to practice calculating perimeter. If you would like, you can go on to lesson 2, but we're really only practicing perimeter on this for today's lesson, even though the website allows us to do area as well. And our last option for today is finding the perimeter of rectangles on Math Playground. Such a fun website. Again, it's just going to remind me to use the Flash player, and I'm going to click allow. And then this one, you click play, and they're going to actually tell you a little story. So you might have to just read through the story as you go. It says Amy and Ben wanted to build a backyard pen for their new puppy. After measuring the yard, they drew a picture showing the shape and the size of the pen. So I love how they have a drawing here so that they can go back and reference it. And as you walk through, they will continue adding to their story, and then you will help them find the perimeter of the new pen for their dog. So, boys and girls, I hope that you have fun practicing these optional perimeter games this week. Enjoy your long weekend, and we will see you next week. See you later.